Welcome one, welcome all. It is time for another exciting show with no name. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for liftoff.
T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Here we go.
Ignition. Liftoff. Liftoff.
Let's go, amigos. Let's go. We've got a lot of exciting places to go on our English extravaganza.
Get ready. Hold on to your hat. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hat. Get ready
For the ride of your life.
The show with no name time.
Where?
On radio.
Gotcha.
It's the show with no name. Let's go.
All aboard. It's time for some exciting English here on the show with no name on Vaughn Radio, where we have a blast. We have a ball. Say it however you'd like. But hopefully you guys are on board with me and ready to have the time of your lives. Again, there are a million ways to say pasarlo genial, but that's what we came to do today. However you slice it or dice it, pongas como lo pongas. However you slice it or dice it. Ya estamos con las expresiones supernativas, como decimos. Totally native. Welcome, show with no namers. Welcome aboard. I trust that you guys are warmed up because you were with my buddy Fitz, the one and only Fitz, and his program, No Excuses. Guys, don't miss it. And if you can't tune in live, you can listen wherever you listen to podcasts. Either way, you've got, say it with me, no excuses. And Fitz will be in the house tomorrow, presente, in the house. And I hope many of you will be in the house as well tomorrow, ready to rock. Why? Oh, man. We've got something special in store por venir for everybody. And we are less than 24 hours away from our 20th anniversary celebration. Attention, all Vaughn Radio listeners.
We're having a party. Everybody swinging. Oh, yeah. Dancing to the music.
Where
is it?
On the radio. Woo! That's right, we're having a party, and you're invited. Join us December 1st on the show with no name. We'll have special guests, Vaughn Radio Trivia, where we can see how well you know your favorite radio station, plus flashbacks, and you can even win prizes. Join us on December 1st. I'll be in the studio with Richard Vaughn, Kyle Miller, and many other Vaughn Radio presenters. Join us as we celebrate 20 years on the air. Because as Rod Stewart said,
we're having a party.
everybody swinging,
Oh, yeah.
dancing to the music.
Where is it?
On Vaughn Radio. So join us. See you on December 1st. We've got a lot to celebrate. 20 years on the air. Thanks to you.
I've been following you for years. Wow.
There you go, folks. So tomorrow is the day. I can't believe it. We're all going to be together. That's you, that's us, all together tomorrow at our headquarters, Calle Orense 69. And it is going to be a show for the books. For the books. Para recordar. Richard Vaughn's going to be there. I'm going to be there, obviously. It's during the show with no name. And who knows? We might pop some bubbly champagne, baby. Not at the beginning of the show, but at the end of the show, why not? 20 years on the air. Again, there's only one reason we've been on the air that long. Y'all, vosotros, you all, y'all. So thank y'all. And by the way, thank you specifically to Chris Valrol, to Christina in Chicago, to Kubla, to Maria Jose, Leo, Anix, Marisol, Nuria, Laura, Sylvia, and Elena, because we're going to hear from them tomorrow on our live show with Richard Vaughn. They sent us a 1-minute soundbite. And thank you, not just for doing it, but for the kind words. I've listened to them all. I've passed them on to Nacho. And tomorrow, I think it's going to be a really special show. I'm willing to bet that Richard Vaughn is going to be moved. Yeah. Okay, maybe not to tears, but I think he'll definitely be moved, or another way we say it as well, touched. Right? Le tocará el alma. Oh, you kind of say it the same. He'll be moved. He'll be touched. I know I've already heard all of them. Well, the ones that were sent to me. And wow. I can't promise, but I'm going to try not to cry. I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it. So look at that, my amigos. One for the books, as we say. The record books. No. So that is tomorrow, and we'll be hearing from many people from Vaughn Radio, past and present. We're going to hear from our show with no namers and Vaughn Radio listeners, and it's going to be tons of fun, amigos. Divertidísimo. All right, so don't miss it. Tomorrow, December 1st, we're having a party. Everybody's swinging, and you guys are all going to be there with us on Vaughn Radio. And don't forget, you've got another date with Destiny. Guess who's hosting our upcoming Vaughn Radio Trivia Night?
My name's Richard Vaughn. It's a real pleasure to meet you.
You guessed it. None other than the one and only Richard Vaughn. Join us on Wednesday, December 13th at 8:30 p.m. We're going to have fun. We'll laugh. We'll play. You'll meet your favorite Vaughn Radio presenters and your fellow students. And there are even prizes for the winning team. So don't miss it. Vaughn Radio Trivia Night. Hosted by the one and only Richard Vaughn. Wednesday, December 13th at Roll Madrid, Calle de Amaniel 23. It's gonna be tons of fun. That's right, folks. Don't miss it. It's another one where we're all gonna be there hanging out, celebrating the holiday season, which is officially upon us. And since you guys love challenges so much, and you had so much fun at the last pub quiz or trivia night, we call them pub quizzes as well, because they usually take place in a pub. But this isn't a pub quiz. This is a pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Hands up. Pop quiz. Come on. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Pop That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is our pop quiz only on the show with no name. And this is where we take a look at some grammar point or maybe a pronunciation thing. Sometimes it's phrasal verbs. You never know what's coming your way, but you know you're going to learn something or review something that you need to know. So everybody listen up. Hey, wait. That's the name of today's book that we're going to be taking a look at. It is Listen Up, and this has 88 different paragraphs in English, and they deal with all kinds of everyday situations, situaciones cotidianas. So, and it's also organized by level, so you should start at the beginning. I think most of our materials are like that because it's the logical way. So if you do our translation lists, you'll notice example 1 is a lot easier than example 20, and that's on purpose. There is a method to Richard's madness. No hay un método a su locura. Well, no, he's not like a mad scientist or anything either, but this is a great, excellent material that'll help you with your listening and your comprehension. And it's got over 2 hours of audio included. It's available at the Von Tienda. It's vontienda.com. And also remember, we've got a radio show called Listen Up as well, which is hosted by Ruby. It's one of our 2 new shows. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Vaughn Radio proudly presents 2 brand spanking new shows. You can join Ruby every weekday on her program Speak Up from 3 to 4 p.m. Speak Up is for students who are just getting started and superstars who want to go over the basics. Let Ruby guide you through the English experience on her new program Speak Up on Vaughn Radio from 3 to 4 p.m. And Frankly Speaking, hosted by Chris. This program will be on every evening from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And in Frankly Speaking, Chris Frank will make you feel like you were at the restaurant or bar with him in a totally native conversation. Learn English as you have fun with Frankly Speaking. So make sure you check out our 2 latest programs. You're going to love them. Frankly Speaking with Chris from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And Speak Up with Ruby from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. I have a feeling, I have a hunch you're going to love these new programs. Exclusively on Vaughn Radio. Don't miss them. That's right, folks. Exclusively on Vaughn Radio. And you can listen to all that, those new programs, Listen Up, and, of course, Frankly Speaking. If you haven't given them a listen, download our free Vaughn Radio app, and you can listen right away. Speaking of, let's listen to a little excerpt from Listen Up. And then what I'll have you guys do is tell me how much of this you guys got. But I will be asking you some specific questions, as I always do. So, as the book is called, as the program is called, Listen Up.
Visiting the new baby in the family. And here's the vocabulary. Wife,
Mujer, esposa,
brother,
hermano,
daughter,
hija,
baby,
bebé,
uncle,
tío,
son,
hijo,
to weigh,
pesar,
to be born,
nacer,
cute,
adorable, mono,
I can't believe it. I'm an uncle. My brother's wife gave birth to their lovely daughter on the 10th of October 2015. Her name is Eve, and she weighs 3.4 kilos. She has brown hair, and she has the smallest hands I've ever seen. My brother was born on the 12th of October 1986, almost the same day as his daughter, except he's 29 years old. She's a quiet baby. She doesn't make much noise at the moment. My friend's son was born 2 days before, on the 8th of October 2015, and they've named him Daniel. He is a little bigger than Eve, but just as cute. Now we have many babies to visit.
All right, there you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is our Listen Up segment. Again, this book was written by an amazing teacher. His name is Michael Slevin Utley. And let me tell you about him. He worked on the master's program extensively. So he really, he took all those years of experience and he put them into this book. It's called Listen Up, and it's available at the Vaughn Tienda. Also, remember, we've still got some good deals going on. So if you'd like to take advantage of it, I hate to say the word, but of Black Friday, do it. Don't delay. Don't waste any more time, because you can get a really good deal on our Vaughn courses and also our resources. All right, today's pop quiz. They said something about pesar. Well, the first one I want you to give me is ¿cuánto pesa? ¿Cuánto pesa ella? They were talking about a little baby. So number one, ¿cuánto pesa ella? The second one, ¿de qué color es su pelo? Ella, otra vez. We're talking about the baby. ¿De qué color es su pelo? And the last one, ¿cuánto mide? ¿Cuánto mide ella, right? So we'll use ella for all three of them because we're talking about the baby that was born named Eve, which can be Eva, pero también Eve es la noche de. Christmas Eve, el 24. New Year's Eve, el 31. So that's where we get that Eve from. All right, amigos, let's go on over to our chat room and see who's in the house. I see we've got a lot of show with no-namers here, having fun, playing along with us. And I just gave you the pop quiz, so let's see what you guys have got going on. There's Vero checking in. What's up, Vero? Great to have you here, as always. Vero says, morning, beautiful show with no-namers, warriors around the universe and beyond. What's up, Vero? Great to have you on board, as always. And Vero's been listening since way back in the day. So Vero is an OG. You know this one? An original gangster. OG. Yeah, when we say somebody, alguien que lleva toda la vida en algo is an OG. I'm an OG here. Okay. Vaughn Radio's been around for 20 years. I've been on board for 15, but I've been with the company for more than 15 years. I've been with the company for almost 20 years. And the company, Grupo Vaughan, Vaughn Systems, we celebrated our 40th anniversary as a company several years ago. So this is the 20th anniversary of the radio, which is, another milestone. And I think it's simply magical. And thank you again to all of you for sharing with us, because it's amazing that, we share together. And now we can do that. When I first started doing this show, people could call in, podías llamar, right? But now we don't really use the phone, the traditional landline, in that way. But we found another way to be able to hear from you guys. So let me tell you this: if you want to participate, I don't want to say it's too late, but I will tell you this. We've got a lot of people who are participating in tomorrow's show. Presenters, we've got trivia. We're going to have some flashback moments. So if you haven't gotten it to me yet, I can't guarantee it's going to be on the air. The ones that I already told you, you guys are on. Okay? Because I'm already planning it into the schedule. So right now, I think there are over 12 different people or more that have participated. So if the show is 4 sections, well, we've got to listen to at least 3 or 4 of you guys' audio clips during each section. Just not to do overkill, because we're not going to put them all on in the same section. So for the sake of planning, and I've got a concert tonight, I'm not going to be in my office this evening. I can't guarantee that it'll get on the air, but send it to us anyway. And worst case scenario, que tampoco es tan mal, I'll play it. If we don't get to play it on the air on Friday, tomorrow, well, we'll play it on the air on Monday on the live show, on the show with no name. All right? Sound good? Sound like a plan, Stan? Nos encanta esa. Sounds like a plan, Stan. Get on the bus, Gus. You do the same thing. Más pedo que Alfredo. Who's this Alfredo guy? Is he the guy who has Alfredo's barbecue here in Madrid? Have you guys tried that? I know madrileños, you have. Ooh, delicious burgers. And before burgers were like a big thing here in Spain. I mean, now I think we, again, overkill. I can't stand it. I got to be honest. I'm not going to mention the places, but there's one of these famous chains, burger chains around the corner from my house. And truffle on a burger, you know, like, I don't know. Keep it simple. A burger's supposed to be about like good meat and a little bit of, a little fixins over there. Fixins or lettuce, tomato, onion. Is anybody getting hungry? Oh, man. I'm always hungry. My mouth is watering. And I just had breakfast, too. Oh, boy. All right, we've got Marisol in the house. What's up, Marisol? Great to have you on board with us. And Marisol says, good Thursday, everyone. Good Thursday to you, too, Marisol. Great to have you on board. And thanks for participating in our 20th anniversary extravaganza. There's Born to Iron Man. What's up, Born to Iron Man? Great to have you on board, my amigo. And he says, morning, friends. Tomorrow is the D-Day. That's right. But just be careful. In English, we don't call it the D-Day. In English, it's D-Day, right? D-Day. Talking about Normandy, right? Storming the beach at Normandy. So in español, el día de, I think you say, no? We say it's D-Day. Sin artículo. Let's see. Vero's in the house. She says, a show for the years. Un show, espectáculo para los anales de la historia. Oh, we say that too. We say the annals of history. The only thing is it's a little bit like documentary-ish. It doesn't sound too natural to me. So one for the books es como una expresión super. Man, it's going to be one for the books, as we say. There's David. David's in the house. What's up, David? Great to have you on board, as always. And David says, good morning, Alberto and mates. Good morning to you, David. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here, ready to rock and roll. Vero says again, she says, I would call it the V-Day. Otra vez, sin artículo. I like it, though. V-Day for Vaughn Day. That's right, folks. V-Day. So acuérdate, D-Day, V-Day, lo que lo llames, pero sin artículo. There's Marisol again. She says, what platform will the program be broadcast on tomorrow? On YouTube? I think so. Let's put it this way. I'm not sure, but if there's any changes or anything, I'll let you know on social media beforehand. Os haré saber antes. So what does this mean? This means pay attention. I love how you say this one in Spanish. Estate al loro. Folks, we've got to go to a quick commercial break. I can't believe it. Time flies when you're having fun. And I'm having a blast. And we haven't even really gotten started. We're just warming up. We've gotten our first challenges out there. And we've got a lot of challenges up ahead. Today, we're just warming up for the big day tomorrow. And you can bet we're going to warm up in style. We're going to laugh. We're going to learn. We're going to play. And we're going to sing, too. I hope you guys are ready to sing. All right, I need you to sing with me. As you know, I shouldn't be left to sing on my own, alone. Well, we do need the rain. Oh, man. All right, folks, we'll be right back with tons more. So, stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to part 2 of today's show with No Name on Vaughn Radio, where we are having fun. We're learning, we're laughing, we're playing, we're making friends. As always. Oh, yeah. So many cool people hanging out here with us. Oh, yeah. I see Laura's in the house, Born to Iron Man, Leo, Chris Valrol, Alberto. Hey, I like your name, Alberto. Cool name. Welcome back, amigos. We've got so much to do in this part of the show today. We're going to kick off with our Say What soundbite, and let me take a gander. Echarle un vistacillo. Ooh, this is a classic. Chris, you're going to know, you know what? Most of you, I think, will know the movie. There, I've just given you a clue for our Say What soundbite. It's from a movie. So we're going to kick off with our Say What soundbite. We're going to check the pop quiz. We gave you guys some basic questions to describe somebody, para describir a alguien. We've also got our spelling bee, which is going to be interesting. Homophones. Man, we've got a lot of stuff to do. So let's get rocking and rolling, amigos, with the Say What soundbite. Say what? What? Put your hands up. Say What soundbite. Remix.
Ow. 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 Gee. Ow.
Hey, you can't. If you missed the first word, you weren't paying attention.
Ow.
Ow. So somebody just got hurt in the Say What soundbite remix. All right, folks. I need everybody to pay close attention to what you're about to hear, because as always, this is where we're going to hear from a famous person, a clip usually from an interview, a speech. In today's case, it's a very famous movie. So everybody pay close attention and write down as much as you possibly can. And initially, too, I just want you to tell me what you heard. So you got a couple different jobs here, but the number one job, the one that encompasses, engloba todos, is pay attention. Here we go. The Say What soundbite for the first time.
Ow. Jeez, what was that for?
It doesn't matter. It's in the past.
Yeah, but it still hurts.
Oh, yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. Ah, you see? So what are you going to do?
All right, there you go. Wow, interesting, funny voice. I won't say too much there. Let me give you 10 seconds just to let it sink in, asimilarlo, and we're going to play it for you a second time, all right? I'm sure some of you have recognized it already. Is everybody ready? Here's the Say What soundbite for the second time.
Ow. Jeez, what was that for?
It doesn't matter. It's in the past.
Yeah, but it still hurts.
Oh, yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. Ah, you see? So what are you going to do?
Listen carefully. Can you hear that? No. Listen closer. I'm not talking about the birds chirping. I'm talking about everybody speaking English and feeling comfortable. Listen. This is what it's like at Vaughntown, a peaceful place where you can really learn English and lose your inhibitions. There's a reason it's one of our star programs. Vaughntown, lose your fear of speaking English. If you want more information about this immersive experience, go to grupovon.com or give us a call, 911-385831. Lose your fear of speaking English and express yourself with clarity at Vaughntown. All right, folks, more information about Vaughntown, master's programs, Disney stuff for the kids, whatever you may be looking for, even if it's just self-study, you can find it all at our website. It's grupovon.com. The phone number, 911-385831. And when I just played that little ad for you for Vaughntown, which I highly recommend, I just checked my work email, and I have 3 more audio clips. Wow, guys, what an amazing outpouring of love. Thank you. I'm telling you, I'm going to get choked up tomorrow. I'm telling you. Oh, man. All right, let's see. We've got to take a look at our pop quiz. Let's see what we've got going on over here. Laura is in the house. How's it going, Laura? Great to have you on board, as always. And Laura says, good morning, lovely show with no namers. And she is ready to participate in our pop quiz. Number 1, how much does she weigh? You got it. How much does she weigh? Ojo el error. Muchos dicen, how much does she weight? Nope. Se puede decir, what's her weight? Pero no, it doesn't roll up. What's her weight? It doesn't. How much does she weigh is a lot easier for us to say. So that's what we say. How much does she weigh? Weigh es el verbo pesar, que suena igual que camino, okay? Where there's a will, there's a way. I don't care how much you weigh. Weigh, if you're Mexican. So, querer es poder. Me da igual lo que peses. Weigh sounds the same. Pinche güey. Eres mi compinche güey. So excellent job. Hey, it's a good way to remember it because I've heard people say, how much does she weight? So Laura, starting off perfectly there. Number 2, what hair color does she have? All right. Now, there's an easier way to say that. I'm going to give you an easier way, at least for us. What color's her hair? Okay? So you can say, now, and also you can say, what color hair does she have? What hair color does she have? But also, what color's her hair? Es un poco menos sílabas. ¿De qué color es su pelo? What color's her hair? It's right. How much, what hair color does she have? Pero es un poco más largo. And the last one, Laura, how tall is she? All right. How tall is she? ¿Cuánto mide? Excellent job. All right, Born to Iron Man taking a stab at it. And Born to Iron Man says, how much does she weigh? Great job. Number 2, what color is her hair? I love how you spelled it the British way with a U. What color is her hair? Perfect. And the last one, how tall is she? Nice job, Born. Leo says, what is her weight? It's correct. As long as you don't mix up weigh and weight, I'm good. The second one, what's the color of her hair? What's the color of her hair? It's good. Again, it's not the most natural way. So you could say, what color hair does she have? Or what color's her hair? Direct. It's the easiest way, right? What color is her hair? Lo contraemos. What color is her hair? It's blonde, right? And the last one, how tall is she? Wonderful job. Show with no namers. Wonderful job. Wonderful job. Let's see. Chris Valrol says, she says, morning, dear people. Morning to you too, Chris. She says, how much does Eve weigh? Absolutely. What is the color of your hair? Or what color's your hair? Más natural. Y quitamos ese of. And the last one, how tall is she? Nice job. Wonderful. Wunderbar. Wunderbar. We're going to learn some German today? No. Believe me, you don't want to learn German from me. There's Laura. Laura says, I love Alfredo's burgers. Oh, man. Please, Laura. Don't take me down that road. I'm getting really, really hungry. Vero says, I remember I started listening to Vaughn Radio long ago, thanks to my brother. He told me you existed. Sometime later, I found out my father had Mr. Vaughn as a teacher at work. Oh, that's nice. So it's a family affair. Un asunto familiar. There's Alberto in the house. Alberto says, hi, Alonso. The show with no name, my favorite show since 2011. Big up from New Jersey. You can tell you're living in the States. Big up. No, respeto. Un saludo con respeto. Nice, Alberto. Great to have you on board. The Garden State, New Jersey. Yeah, I look at my hoodie. Montclair State, baby. That's my university in New Jersey. So, Alberto, wait a second. You're in New Jersey. Don't tell me you're in Montclair right now. I'll get freaked out, man. Me asusto y todo. All right. So, anybody else care to participate in our pop quiz? Wonderful job, guys. In general. All right, let's see. Vero's participating in our Say What soundbite. Great, guys. So much participation today. Thank you. And Vero says, a monkey is teaching a lion that the past can hurt. So a monkey is teaching a lion. Wow, this sounds, I hope this is a cartoon. A monkey is teaching a lion that the past can hurt, but you are the one who chooses to escape. Te falta una E, Vero. Who chooses to escape from it or learn from it. It reminds me of the song, Tainted Love. Now I know I've got to get away. I've got to run away. And the song goes, once I ran to you, corría hacia ti. Now I run from you. Mira cómo cambia todo. Con una preposición. So, Vero, great job. Let's see. Leo says it sounds like an animal character from a cartoon. Is movie telling. So, from a cartoon movie telling another one that he has two options after receiving his punch, su puñetazo, su golpe. Learn from it or run away. And complaining is not one of them. Excellent job, Leo. You have a way with words. Tienes el don de la palabra, my friend. Let's see. There's Chris. Chris says, I heard a teacher who is teaching his pupil how you can deal with tough experiences in life. You can run away or stay and learn. Oh, yeah. Stick around, right? Or stick around and learn. Ahí es un perfecto sitio para stick around. Laura says, I heard the interaction between two characters in a movie. One of them is teaching the other that even if the past can hurt, you can always learn from it. Guys, wow. I am impressed. Totally impressed. You're all doing a wonderful job here. There's Ricardo. Ricardo says, the extract seems to be taken from a cartoon film where one of the characters is teaching another that letters with pain come in, or something similar. That letters with pain come in. I'm a little bit confused at that part, but Ricardo, thank you so much for participating. Salva, what's up, Salva? Hey, listen, Salva, you sent me an email, but there was no audio file attached to it. So tienes que adjuntar el archivo. I wrote to you. I responded. So I think it was you, Salva. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Well, either way, guys, I know that right now, as we speak, I'm probably getting more voice messages. So thank you once again. And it's going to be a really special show tomorrow. But wait a second. We're having a special show right now, aren't we? All right, well, I think it's time to move on to today's Spelling Bee.
Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee.
That's right, amigos. That's right. It is our Spelling Bee here on the show with no name. And this is, again, one of the more challenging sections on the show. So don't get frustrated or flustered, nervous if you don't get it, especially on the first round, which is absolutely hellish. So, are you guys ready for round one of today's Spelling Bee? I don't know if you're really ready for it. Well, we're about to find out. All right, these should all be capitalized. The first letter of each word should be capitalized, and here we go. The first one is WALMART. The next one is SAUDI space ARAMCO. The third one is STATE space GRID space CORP. The next one is AMAZON. The fifth one is VITOL. The sixth one is CHINA. Excuse me. So let me start that sixth one again. My bad. I didn't space it. Six is CHINA space NATIONAL space PETROLEUM. These are hard for me, even if you haven't noticed. Good luck. Do you know about Vaughn groups? Well, I'm going to tell you all about them. They are group English classes that you can do via video conference or in person. And the good news is you can start whenever you want. And you can keep the same timetable, teacher, and classmates throughout the whole course. And the best part, there's no strings attached. Sin compromiso. And if you act now, you can get a 5% discount for paying up front. And if you stick with the course for 6 months, you'll get a 50% discount in June. Wow, what a deal! As if you needed more reasons to learn English with Vaughn. Check out our Vaughn groups. Have fun and make friends as you learn English. Sign up now while there are still spots available. Call us 911-385831 or you can go to our website, grupovon.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media and find out if Vaughn groups are for you. All right, folks, more information about that and all the special deals, they're still going on this week. Go to our website, grupovon.com. Also, I can't stress it enough. If you're not following us on social media, what the hell are you doing? You're missing out on content. You're missing out on info. You'll know about all our upcoming events, which I hope to see you. Now, I know I'm going to see many of you tomorrow, or not see you, but hear from you on the show. But also, I hope many of you are planning to come to our trivia night as well. It'll be the last one of 2023. It's December 13th, so it's a great way to get a little English in there before the holiday season. All right, let's see what we've got over here. The first person to participate is Born to Iron Man, and I already see a mistake in there. So, Born to Iron Man, good effort, but we're not looking for speed without accuracy. No buscamos velocidad sin precisión. Remember that. Okay, that's I know you want to be first, and really it doesn't count for anything. Think about that. In the end, doesn't matter if you're first or second or third. You're competing against yourself there. So we've got to set the standard a little bit higher there, Born to Iron Man, and focus more. I know you're a racer. I know you do Iron Man, so I get it. But in English, we got to adjust it a little bit, right? All right, let's see. Chris is taking a stab at it. And wait a second, Chris, same time, 11:19 a.m. And let's see. She got the first one right. Chris, the second one is also right. The third one is correct. The fourth one's correct. The fifth one, and the sixth one. Oh man. Is also correct. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your classmate, Chris Valrol, knocking it out of the park. Born to Iron Man again. I'll tell you what, though, Born to Iron Man, if you participate again, if you can, I don't know how it works because I've never been on that side. Delete the first comment, right? Because if not, I get a lot of comments. And then, again, I don't need you to confuse me. I can do that on my own. I tell that to my daughter, too. I'm like, Lara, you're making me dizzy. I can do that on my own. Me estás mareando, I say to my daughter sometimes. You're making me dizzy. Papi can do that already on his own. So, all right, second time, you got it there. Let's see, Laura as well. First time, excellent. And Daniela as well. Wow, excellent job. Show with no namers. All right, this is round 2 of today's Spelling Bee. Best of luck. Mucha suerte. I think you guys will be able to get it, but if you didn't get it on the first go, this is your chance. Is everybody ready? All right, I'm going to do it at a normal, human, nice guy pace. Un ritmo de persona maja, que quiere que le entiendas. Believe it or not, there are more people on the other side of the spectrum. Oh, you didn't get it? Not my problem. You know what I mean? Believe me, in New York, too, people are very, they're always in a rush. So sometimes, even if they don't mean to be like that, they're like, okay, I'm not going to repeat it again. Like I'm going to blah, 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 because their time is just so valuable. All right. So here we go, folks. I'm making up words here. The first one, WALMART. The second one is SAUDI space ARAMCO. The third one is STATE space GRID space CORP. The fourth one is AMAZON. The fifth one is VITOL. And the sixth one is CHINA space NATIONAL space PETROLEUM. Folks, we are off to a quick commercial break. I can't believe we are halfway through the show. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you're learning. I hope you're laughing, and I hope you're ready for more, because we'll be right back with part 3 and part 4 of today's show with no name. So if I were you guys, I wouldn't even think of going anywhere. Stick around. Nice job, amigos, and thanks for learning and laughing with us here every day on the show with no name. Newsflash. We interrupt our regularly scheduled program to bring you this breaking news. Attention all show with no namers. As of January 2024, the show with no name live stream will be available exclusively to my patrons. If you'd like to continue to watch the show daily and participate in real time, join us at patreon.com/Alberto Alonso. And what is Patreon, you may ask? Well, as many of you know, I've been teaching for over 20 years. I've taught all kinds of people, from famous folks to young kids. And with a background in acting, I love communication. I have a radio show that's been on the air for 15 years and a very successful podcast called FYI. I've also written 5 books and have appeared on numerous TV and radio programs. But the thing I'm most proud of is this curious community on Patreon that we are creating every day together. And I really think you should join us. For as little as €3 a month, you can have access to Show with No Name live stream daily. Every week you can get a bonus episode of FYI. Also PDFs so you can follow the podcast. And the moment you sign up, you'll have access to an archive of over 1,000 posts. You'll also get early access to all my content. And a new feature, a chat, so you can have direct access to me and your fellow students. And most of all, you'll be a part of a curious community of people just like you, English explorers. Consider joining us on Patreon for as little as €3 a month, and you'll get access to so many English resources. And I highly recommend you sign up for a yearly membership. This way you make a commitment and you'll also save 10%. And don't take my word for it. Just ask some of my interstellar students.
I've already improved my pronunciation, and as a consequence, I've gained a lot of confidence in my speaking. Thanks to our weekly review class and our monthly masterclass, where, by the way, to top it off, we have a lot of fun. In a nutshell, if you are willing to better your English, and much more, in a fun way, you won't regret it if you join us.
Alberto is a passionate teacher, an excellent communicator, and what I think is key, he's able to put himself in the student's shoes. He's always willing to help. You'll have access to a wide range of topics every week, bonus content, vocabulary receipts, weekly review classes, monthly master classes, and so on. I think it's much more than just learning English. So go to Patreon, have a look around, and give it a try.
Because it has helped me keep my English in check and just, improve my language skills in the most fun way, because his podcast is really entertaining and fun, and so are the classes that we have afterwards to revise and go over the vocabulary and just discuss interesting topics. So if you're considering becoming a Patreon, don't hesitate, because that's a great way to improve your English.
We now return you back to your regularly scheduled program. So what are you waiting for? Learn and laugh with us in our curious community over on patreon.com/Alberto Alonso. See you there. Hey amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to part 3 of today's show with No Name on Vaughn Radio, where English is exciting, it's interactive, and it's always going on 24/7, 365, amigos. You start your day with the Pro Bow Show with Rob Grams. You've got Richard Vaughn Live. You got Fitz's Tour de Force Masterclass called No Excuses. After the show with No Name, you've got the lovely Ximena Holiday, and she will put your English to the test. That's right, amigos. Don't miss it. After that, you've got the lunchtime show with Rob and Andy. Then you've got our latest show, Listen Up with Ruby. Then you've got Let's Get Random with Jules Linares, followed by The Salad with Dave Boyce. Then you've got Kyle Miller, our Canadian pal, and his program, Drive Time. And last but not least, you can wrap up your day with a nice drink with our resident bartender. But he's going to be straight with you. He's going to be frank. Well, that's his name, Chris Frank. And the show's called Frankly Speaking. Don't forget to download our free app. And this way you can learn English wherever, whenever, as Shakira said. All right, well, my amigos, we've got to kick off with a little challenge, a challenge we call Homophones on the Show with No Name.
Homophones, homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's homophones only on the show with no name. And this is where we take a look at some words that tend to be a bit confusing and we demystify them. But first, I like to see if you're familiar with the words and so familiar with their pronunciation that you would know if they sound the same or not. So the first word we are looking for is in Spanish. Well, I can tell you in English, something involving two. Algo que involucra dos. So in Spanish, it would be doble, binario, o dual, it says here. Okay, so doble, binario, dual. In English, I'm not going to tell you the word. You're going to tell me the word. But it's something involving two. I'll give you a clue. Si a mí me dices, ¿qué nacionalidad tienes? I would say, I have doble, but we don't use the word double. So that's the word we're looking for. That is the first word I'm going to give you guys there. And the second word, now wait a second. Wait, what? No, not me. Whoa. calm down. You're trigger happy. Trigger happy, que apretas el gatillo con nada. Que también lo usamos. Oh, all right. Calm down. So yeah, we use trigger happy as well. Like when, let's say you have a teacher that just loves to chew people out, echar broncas. You know, estás listo para disparar siempre. You're trigger happy. All right, so I guess you'll be ready for a duelo, a gunfight between two people. So if I said había un doble duelo, would those two words sound the same in English? So I want to see if you know the words and if you know if they sound the same. The second word is duelo, a gunfight, a gun battle. And the first word is doble, binario, dual, something involving two. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are your two homophone words today. Also, let me give you the Say What soundbite. Here it is for the third time.
Ow! Jeez, what was that for?
It doesn't matter. It's in the past.
Yeah, but it still hurts.
Oh, yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. Ah! You see? So what are you going to do?
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the third listen of today's Say What soundbite. You're going to get to hear that another time, one more time, and I know somebody is going to get it. And speaking of getting it, let's see if anybody's gotten today's homophones. Let's see. Laura is the first one taking a stab at it. Ooh, Laura's got a good ear and really good pronunciation. Let's see what she says. She says the two words are and they are homophones. All right. Vero gives us the same words, and she says they're homophones as well. Chris Valrol gives us the same words, and she says they're homophones. Leo as well. So wait a second here. So Laura, Vero, Chris, and Leo, I'd be willing to bet my life. I trust you guys. Thank God I did, because you're right. Dual. It's interesting because it's like Navidul, dual. Es como un duel. Suena como cool, duel. They had a duel. Porque es dual, pero nadie para. We put it into one sound for the sake of simplicity. So I guess you could say I have dual citizenship, but I would never say that. It doesn't even sound natural. I have dual. So se convierte esa UA en un sonido, dual. Navidul, I think is the best way. It's almost como una U a little bit. I have dual, right? It's ual, pero no es ual. It's dual. It's one syllable. It's not two. It's not dual. It's dual. Okay? So, again, the perfect example, I have dual citizenship. You say doble nacionalidad, right? If your kids or you have two passports, you have dual citizenship. Dual. One syllable. And I challenge you to a duel. So they had a duel. There you go. And anytime I hear something about a duel, you know who I think of? Alexander Hamilton. What an awesome story. If you guys ever get the chance to see that musical, be it in London on the West End or in New York City, do yourself a favor. It was really expensive when we went, but my niece and nephew, who are teenagers, said that's the greatest show I've ever seen in my life. And they're not normally, anybody who knows teenagers, they're not like, oh, wow, that was awesome. Especially, when you're a teenager, you're like, whatever, it was cool. Where's my phone? Unfortunately, right? They're a little bit apathetic sometimes. I guess I was the same when I was a teenager. All right. Well, I've got to say, you did a wonderful job in the homophone section. And also, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a winner in our Say What soundbite section. After only 3 listens, give it up for Laura. Wow. You guys are kicking ass today, arrasando, and I love it. It's awesome. All right, well, let's take a look then over here. We're going to take a look at our spelling bee, and then we'll move on to name that movie. So spelling bee, we were looking at corporations. And these are a list, and I went in order of the largest companies in the world by revenue. And the word revenue, it's a good word to know. Revenue, I think it's ingresos, is it? Ingresos públicos, impuestos, ingresos presupuestarios, right? Revenue. We talk about that a lot when we talk about companies. So these are the largest companies by revenue in the world. And let me see, I'm looking down the list here. I'm looking for Spain. Where's Spain? Spain is not in the top 50, really? Inditex? I thought we would, I guess not. Yeah, I guess when you're competing against Toyota, Gazprom, Ford, these big companies, Samsung, Costco, it's Alphabet, which is Google. It's tough. It's tough to compete with these big boys. So the first one we're going to take a look at is Walmart. And Walmart is like, it's the cool, how can I put this? Walmart is the most amazing, scariest place in the world. So like, it's awesome because if whatever you need, they have it. You're like, I need some socks. Got them. What you want something that we've got a bag of 50 socks, cheap as chips. So, I mean, it's just these big superstores, it's like Carrefour on crack, basically, just like poof, a lo bestia, Walmart. And I'm sure you've all heard of it. In fact, there are even accounts on social media, the people of Walmart, the monsters of Walmart. And that's what I mean. It's an awesome place if you need to pick something up. I usually get some American gifts there because you can get anything from food to baseball caps to anything, to perfume and cologne and things like that. But you meet some interesting characters in there. Yeah. It attracts a strange breed. Una raza rara de gente. Yeah. And I'm not talking about the color of someone's skin here. I'm talking about, remember, everybody's looking for deals, especially, I hate to say the word because I didn't make it up, but we call these people white trash. Okay. And white trash is just these people who go to do their shopping in sweats that are poop stained, manchados de caca or semen, or you know what I'm talking about, these people. And if you don't, then you should go over to social media right now. I don't know if you're ready to stomach this and check out the people of Walmart. It's pretty crazy. So it's like a paradox. Like it's an amazing place. I'm glad it exists. But then secondly, I wouldn't want to die in there. Like that would be, he died in Walmart. Oh my God, what a pathetic life. He died in Walmart among, all the crazies, entre los locos. So Walmart. And it's got, are you ready for this? It's got 2,100,000 employees. Okay. That is insane. Okay. And that is number one, Walmart, number one. Number two. Now this is interesting because number 2 and number 3 are state owned. O sea, poseídos por el Estado. In the first case, it's Saudi Arabia. Saudi Aramco is the oil and gas company that most of the oil that comes out of Saudi Arabia, which is a huge area where they export oil. And this one is state owned. So Walmart is not state owned, and it's number 1. Number 3 is State Grid Corp of China. And this is an electricity company, a utilities company, as we say, in China. And this one is state-owned as well. So number 2 and number 3 are state-owned. Number 4, I think you know who owns it. What's his name? You call him Jeff Bezos, right? Well, we call him Jeff Bezos. And you say Amazon, and we say Amazon. Get ready for an amazing adventure into Amazon. No, not the Amazon rainforest. I mean Amazon, the all-encompassing entity that has changed the way people shop forever. we'll discover tons of fun facts, its origin story, and even delve into this company's deepest, darkest secrets. Who is it? It must be the delivery guy. We'll unpack Amazon on this week's episode of FYI. Welcome to For Your Info.
En inglés.
You got it. That's right, folks. Check it out. If you haven't heard it, it is the Amazon episode of FYI. And you'll learn about this fascinating company, this juggernaut, this force to be reckoned with, bestia de la naturaleza. And it's quite an interesting story. Again, that's what FYI is all about, my weekly podcast. It's all about discovering about a certain topic while you learn English. So I sprinkle it with expressions and, grammar, pronunciation things, all while we learn about a fascinating topic. So check it out. Wherever you get your Vaughn podcasts, you can subscribe. It's free. You can subscribe to FYI. If you want extra content, that's not free, but you can find out more. I always mention it in the podcast. You've got all the info you need. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm seeing over here, we've got another student who's figured out today's Say What soundbite. Give it up for Vero. Laura and Vero. Wonderful job. Wonderful job. All right, so Amazon was 4th on our list. 5th on our list is Vitol. And I didn't know this one over here. Vitol is a commodities company. Commodities are things like gold, sugar, things that are traded, ¿no? Que hay un mercado con ellos, right? So these are called commodities. So Vitol, which is a company based in Switzerland. Wow. And in comparison to the other ones, it only has 1,560 employees. Like, that's insane. And they're making a lot of money. It's called Vitol. And this one, again, is not state-owned. So far, only 2 and 3 were state-owned. And number 6, I don't have to tell you it's state-owned. I think you can tell, the China National Petroleum Corporation. So excellent job, amigos. And now we're going to one of my favorite places. So grab your popcorn. We're going to the movies. Name that movie. That's right, amigos. It is Name That Movie, only on the Show with No Name. And let's see what we've got in store for you today. Oh, wait. Whoa, what the heck's going on over here? We've got duels. We've got sword fights. I mean, what the hell's going on here? Man, mi arma. Mi arma, my okay. Well, maybe I'm trying to give you a little clue. Una pista. Perhaps it is. All right, well, here we go with today's synopsis. Let's see if you can figure out the movie. If not, again, don't worry, because here, really, the important thing is that we extract all that juicy stuff, all that meaty stuff from this dialogue, from the synopsis, and even from some behind-the-story stuff. The night Jean de Carouge must settle the dispute over his wife Marguerite by challenging his squire to a duel to the death. Hey, wait, we looked at the word duel before. Hey, wow, interesting. So now you know how to pronounce it. So the night, y no digo la noche. The night suena igual, son homófonos. El caballero. The night Jean de Carouge must settle the dispute. Okay? To settle is aclarar. terminar, ajustar cuentas, settle the dispute over his wife, Marguerite. I'm trying to get my French pronunciation. By his wife, Marguerite, by challenging his squire to a duel with death. And squire, I don't know this word in Spanish. A squire hacendado. Escudero. Yeah, I think it's escudero. So wait, are you telling me Mercadona is squire? Hacendado? And escudero is a very I never realized escudero is squire. Pues en el contexto, it's the medieval knight's assistant. So he challenges his assistant to a duel with death. And ladies and gentlemen, we have some winners here. Please give it up for Chris, Valrol, and Vero. Nice job, Chris, Valrol, and Vero. All right, this movie is called The Last Duel. It was directed by the one and only Ridley Scott, and it stars Matt Damon and Adam Conductor. All right. Adam Driver. Well, it's also a golf club. No, si jugáis al golf, the driver is también un... All right, I'll stop. But not really, because that's what we came to do, play with some words. So The Last Duel, starring Matt Damon and Adam Driver. Has anybody seen this movie? It came out in 2021. And let's take a look. We'll take a look at the scene. Jacques Legris says, why would she do this? Why would she do this? ¿Por qué haría esto? All of France is talking about this, and I'm innocent. I have said publicly that this never happened. He dicho públicamente que nunca ha pasado. Cuidado con el, no es publicly. Es una palabra que la gente suele pronunciar mal. No public, no publicly, publicly. Publicly. So I'll ditch the French accent just so we learn how to pronounce it correctly. So I've said publicly that this never happened. And Lecoq, I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. It sounds like, oh my God. Whoa, I don't know if that was the right pronunciation. Lecoq, isn't Lecoq a brand? ¿No es una marca de ropa? Lecoq? Lecoq? In English, Lecoq is la P-O-L-L-A. Yeah, that's right. So Lecoq says, I'm trying not to pronounce it like the American word, so I'm going hock, so it doesn't sound like cock. Okay. And yet, under extraordinary pressure and at great risk to her name and reputation, Lady Marguerite has said that it did. Formally, this is not about her. Esto no va sobre ella. Okay, eso es muy común, esta estructura. This is not about me. This is not about you. This is about tal, right? So this is, she said, this is not about her. Rape, violación, in Spanish, rape, monkfish. It's a weird false friend there. So rape is not a crime against a woman. It is a property crime against her male guardian. And these were times when, women didn't have any rights. Well, many people, there were serfs and peasants, and either you had money and you were, the land owner, or you were working for the landowner. So imagine living in those dark times, that feudal system, as we call it. So then they said, in this case, Jean de Carouge, this is not a matter over which a duel should be fought to the death, que se debería luchar hasta la muerte. It should be settled quietly, que no se debería hacer mucho ruido alrededor de ello, right? Mucho, what's the word? No un escándalo, armar un escándalo. So it should be settled quietly. And then he says, take the benefit of clergy. And the clergy, I don't know, I forgot the word, clérigos? Clergy are people who work for the church. So I don't know all the different positions, but you got your bishop, el obispo, you got your cardinal, you got your pope, your priest. I don't know them all, but they're all part of what we call the clergy. And then Jacques Legris, el gris, says, I am not a coward. No soy cobarde. Y lo pronuncio bien en inglés. Coward. No co. I've heard people say coward. No. Cow. Como vaca. Don't be a coward. Don't be a chicken. Don't be le coq. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, if you say don't be a cock in English, it's otra cosa. Pardon my French. Pardon my French. You know that expression? Es lo que decimos cuando acabamos de decir una palabrota o vamos a decir uno. So, pardon my French, amigos. All right. We are going to our final commercial break. I can't believe it. We've got 26 minutes left to rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. So, if I were you, I wouldn't even think of going anywhere. Stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to part 4. Can't believe it. Part 4 of today's show with No Name on Vaughn Radio. Just a quick reminder, take advantage of our special deals right now at our website. Go to grupovaughn.com and save tons of cash on courses and all kinds of materials. All the information is available at grupovaughn.com. Also, remember, we took a look at the book today, Listen Up. And I've got 5 books of my own in there. Not to mention, you'll hear my voice on many of the audio clips. So, amigos, check it out. Stop by our website. Follow us on social media, or stop by in person. I mean, that's the real best way. If you're in Bilbao, Valladolid, Zaragoza, Barcelona, Valencia, Santander, Vigo, and of course, Madrid, stop by. We would love to meet you guys and shoot the breeze. You can tell us all about your English experience, where you've been, what you're looking for, and where you're planning to go. And as we say, the sky's the limit. You guys prove that every single day here on the show with No Name. So keep up the great work. Is everybody ready for double trouble?
Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble.
That's right, amigos. That's right. It's Double Trouble only on the Show with No Name. And let's see if you guys can figure this one out. I think, honestly, lately I've been really, really mean. Me he pasado tres pueblos here in this section with double troubles, triple troubles. I know. But also you guys, you set the pace. You're the ones who set the bar where it is. And I go high. I always try and go a little bit higher. So I think, honestly, most of you should be able to figure this one out today, knowing your level. So at least give it the old college try. Dale un intento. So here we go. En el fondo, es un tío que no te decepcionará. Y luego decís del inglés, decepcionará. Really? You think that's fair? Familiarizarse? Remineralización? Come on, guys. Seriously? That's not right. That's not nice. Nice people don't make people say words like that. So think about your language before you complain about mine. I'm just kidding. You got to have a sense of humor when you look at it, because some words in Spanish, no matter how hard I try, they just won't come out. My brain and my mouth won't connect. They won't make the connection. And I get it. The older you get, the harder those synapses, they get lost somewhere. All right. So, en el fondo, es un tío que no te decepcionará. Toma. I said it right there. And in the meantime, guys, let me give you the Say What soundbite for the fourth and final time.
Ow! Jeez, what was that for?
It doesn't matter. It's in the past.
Yeah, but it still hurts.
Oh, yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. Ah, you see? So what are you going to do?
All right, there we go, my amigos. That was the fourth listen. The ladies already got it. It was Laura and Vero. Wonderful job over there. And let's see what we've got over here. We've got a lot of people participating also in our Double Trouble, and that's good. That's good news. That means that I was right saying it's not going to be as hard as some of the. I admit it. I know when it's hard when I'm like, okay, mira, os lo doy, and that's happened a few times lately. It's been, or just one person's gotten it, or I've had to give you clues. So I know I've made it a little bit tricky lately. All right, Laura's the first one to participate, and Laura says, deep down, he's a guy that won't let you down. Deep down, he's a guy that won't let you down. Wonderful job. Excellent job over there to Laura. All right, let's see. Born to Iron Man. Deep down, he's a guy won't let you down. He's a guy who won't let you down, or that won't let you down. So Born to Iron Man, you got the two words, just missing the connector there. Deep down, he's a guy who or that won't let you down. So excellent job. Let's see, Chris. Chris is taking a stab at it too. She says, deep down, o sea, en toda la profundidad. Deep down, he's a guy who won't let you down. Excellent job, all of you. And Chris says, you complain, Alberto, but you pronounced it totally native style. Totally native. Chris, I'll take that as a totally native for me. Is that? All right, awesome. Thank you. Hey, I like to get some recognition too. Why not? Also, ladies and gentlemen, Chris nailed the Say What soundbite as well. Wow. What a good way to go into the 20th anniversary. Holy shit. You guys are kicking ass and taking names. Arrasando, I think, would be the translation. So deep down, he's a guy who will never let you down. All right. We listened to the Say What soundbite for the fourth time. So you know what time it is right now? It is time for You're Joking.
Thank you. Okay. What did the guy say when he walked into the bar?
Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar. You're joking. That's right, my amigos. And today, since I figured we were taking a look at some weapons, mi arma, we were taking a look at duels and things like that, I thought we could take a look at some jokes that had to do with weapons. But just a quick reminder, there's also an FYI episode on weapons. Humankind has felt the need to protect themselves and their kin since the dawn of time. Although nobody wants to resort to violence, it can be a means to an end sometimes. Peoples all over the planet have been waging war on each other since it started spinning. And sadly, I see no end in sight. Lock and load. Join me as we weigh in on the wild world of weapons on this week's episode of FYI. Welcome to For Your Info.
En inglés.
You got it. That's right, folks. That's right. It is the FYI episode on weapons. It's available wherever you get your Vaughn podcasts, Spotify, iVox, Apple Podcasts, and so on and so forth. All right, let's see if you get the jokes that I've prepared for you today. What do you call a problematic person with a gun? We already looked at trigger happy, alguien que le gusta disparar sin pensar, right? Right? Como en un segundo, tiene la mecha corta would be another way, right? Got a short fuse. We say the same thing. All right? So what do you call a problematic person with a gun? A troubleshooter. No? A problematic person with a gun. A troubleshooter? Anybody get it? Well, trouble is problemas, and to shoot is disparar. But also to troubleshoot as a verb. Nope, Laura, it's not a troublemaker. To troubleshoot. Te voy a explicar. Yo lo tengo que hacer muchas veces. I've got to do a lot of troubleshooting. Okay, so it's a troubleshooter is a person who is troubleshooting. And what does this mean? Okay, for some reason, I can't hear anything in my headphones. I'm giving you the perfect example where it happens to me and I got to start checking. So for some reason, not a true story right now, so nobody worry about that. But I'm like, wow, I'm not hearing my voice. So the first thing I do is I check the microphone cable. The microphone cable's okay. Then I check the connection into the soundboard. Well, that seems to be okay. Let me check the volume. And all right, well, let me unplug the computer. Maybe it's the computer that's not. What you're doing is trying all the different options until you find the problem, until you locate where the trouble is. So a lot of times I do that. I'm like, okay, well, I'll know in 1 minute if it's the microphone, because if I unplug the microphone and I still hear the sound, well, it's not the microphone. So this is called troubleshooting. And a troubleshooter is somebody who especialista en diagnóstico técnico. Solucionador de problemas. So if you're troubleshooting, you're trying to solve the problem by trying a lot of different options. And always the first thing you should do is check if it's plugged in. So troubleshooting. It's a really good skill to know how to do. Okay, I've got a problem here. I'm hearing a sound. Okay, well, I'm going to turn off my phone, but I still hear the sound. So now I know it's not my phone, right? So you just keep trying things until you see where the root of the problem is. So you get it now? What do you call a problematic person with a gun? A troubleshooter, which is really the opposite. A troubleshooter solves problems. All right. So, let me tell you the story of the sad bullet. No, it's bullet. It's bullet. The sad bullet went home to his family. And his wife said, honey, you look terrible. Tienes mala pinta. You look terrible, his wife said. She said, well, what happened? What went down today? And he says, I got fired. No, I got fired. To get fired es que te despiden, but also to get fired es que te disparen. So a sad bullet went home after work one day to his family, and his wife exclaimed, honey, you look terrible. What happened? And he says, I got fired. All right. I've got another one for you. Let's see. This one, you really have to know pronunciation here. All right. What did the British man say to the man with the submachine gun that he's never met? All right. So what did the British man say to the other man who had a submachine gun that he had never met before? Uzi. Uzi. I know if Rob Grams is listening right now, he's cracking up. Uzi. No? Okay, the weapon is called an Uzi. You say Uzi? We say Uzi. Entonces, ¿cómo sabes la diferencia entre Uzi, ICU, the intensive care unit, y Uzi? Si te disparan con un Uzi, acabas en la UCI. Is that right? I don't know. I don't want to find out. So what did the British man say to the man with the submachine gun who he had never met? Uzi. Who's he? A veces los británicos se comen la H, especially in that Cockney. Uzi. Uzi. Who's he? Uzi? Uzi? All right. Not the greatest joke in the world, but I got one more for you. One more over here. What gun does a military chef use? No es chef in English, it's chef. What gun does a military chef use? Assault rifle. I think these are really good ones today, if I may say so myself. So, you get it? What weapon does a military chef use? Assault rifle. No? Assault rifle, un rifle de sal, assault rifle, but also an assault rifle de asalto is un fusil de asalto. Guys, I've got more jokes, but you are lucky it's time for famous birthday trivia.
Birthdays for you. Famous birthdays for me. Famous birthdays for everyone on the show with no name. Birthdays for him. Famous birthdays for her. Birthdays for everyone on the show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's famous birthdays only on the show with no name, and I can't believe how fast time has flown. We've got under 10 minutes, menos de 10 minutos, so we've got to get a lot of stuff done in that time. Let's take a look at our famous birthdays. The first person was born today in 1945. Welsh bass player. Welsh is Gales. Somebody who is Welsh is from Wales. And remember, bass, bajo, bass, lubina. Well, what group did he play in, or does he play in? Well, he was best known, or he is best known, I should say, I'm killing the poor guy, as a member of the bands Deep Purple. All right, we looked at before, Deep Down, en la profundidad, Deep Purple and Rainbow. So for those of you who love your hard rock, these are definitely in the pantheon. And in fact, in 2016, This guy was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Deep Purple. And they are an English rock band. I'm sure many of you have heard of them, some of their legendary riffs. And they were formed in London in 1968. In 1975, the Guinness Book of World Records listed their concert at the Rainbow Theater as the globe's loudest band. So that record's been broken since then. So these guys are known for playing it loud, rebellious, the way rock and roll should be played. And number 2, an English director who was born today in 1937. He has many accolades. You might know some of his movies: Gladiator, Robin Hood, Exodus, Black Hawk Down, The Martian, Thelma and Louise, and so many other amazing movies, including The Last Duel, which now you guys know how to pronounce because it was homophones, and it was also today's Name That Movie. All right, so, and he's directed so many other movies as well. His brother was also a director. He directed Top Gun, among other movies, and his brother committed suicide, which was really sad. But this guy was probably more famous than his brother. I hope that wasn't the reason. I hope he wasn't jealous of his brother. Typical Cain and Abel story, no? Cain y Abel. All right, and last but not least, born in 1927, an American actor, singer who passed in 2017. He was really, really big on the TV show Benson. This was a very popular show when I was a kid. Benson, he played the title role. And he also voiced the mandrill. You say the same word, mandril, right? También lo usáis para decir un tontorrón. Este tío es un mandril, right? Tengo un amigo que llama a la gente mandriles. And he voiced the mandrill Rafiki in The Lion King. Awi moe, 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 awi moe. In the jungle. I'm not even going to try and hit it. Folks, give it up for Chris Van Roll. Nice job, Chris. Number 1, Roger Glover from the group Deep Purple and also the group Rainbow, which that's why I got confused before. Because I'm like, wait, so Deep Purple played at the Rainbow Room. Did Rainbow play at the Rainbow Room? By the way, the Rainbow Room, if you ever go to Los Angeles and you love rock and roll, you got to go to the Rainbow Room. You go at least go have a meal there. It is like rock. Check it out on Sunset Boulevard, the Rainbow Room. I mean, it's if the walls could talk, como decimos en inglés, si pudiesen hablar esas paredes, significa las cosas que han pasado ahí dentro. So Roger Glover of Deep Purple and Rainbow. Number 2, Ridley Scott. And number 3, Robert Guillaume. And he was really, really popular. And then he wasn't really popular in too many movies. He was in some movies. But then The Lion King was like, oh, man, that's where everybody said, wow, this guy is extremely talented. And he played Rafiki. And what is it? What do they say? Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. My daughter loves The Lion King, needless to say. Most kids do. Most adults do as well. All right, well, Rafiki says, ow. Que es evidentemente ow or ouch cuando nos hacen daño. Jeez. Jeez is like Jesus, pero no tan ofensivo para alguien que sea religioso. Jeez. Se escribe G-E-E-Z. Jeez. What was that for? ¿Y por qué hiciste eso? He goes, it doesn't matter. Da igual. It's in the past. And he slapped him, right? He goes, but it still hurts. Me sigue doliendo. He says, oh, yeah, the past can hurt. And just be careful. That's a word that many of my students mispronounce. No hurt, hurt. Quiero que visualices en tu cabeza J-E-R-T. H-U-R-T. Hurt. Así. Así mismo. Y nunca lo vas a pronunciar mal en tu vida. So he goes, oh yeah, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. Puedes huir o aprender de ello. And he goes, you see? So what are you going to do? Así que, ¿qué vas a hacer? So let's hear our buddy Rafiki from the classic tale, The Lion King.
Ow! Jeez, what was that for?
It doesn't matter. It's in the past.
Yeah, but it still hurts.
Oh, yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. You see? So what are you going to do?
All right, amigos. Wow, what can I say? What can I say except thank you for all the wonderful work you guys have done today. It's no wonder you guys are making progress. It's no wonder you guys are hooked, enganchado, and you're unstoppable. So that, I mean, as a teacher, I can't ask for anything else from my students. Keep up the great work. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's show. I know Richard is, Kyle, Rob. By the way, Rob Grams has the day off tomorrow. Because, you know, if you don't use your vacation, you lose it. And that's not the idea either. So he had to take some vacation days, and he's still going to be there by hook or by crook. He said, I wouldn't miss it for anything in the world. And we're going to hear from a lot of your fellow students, and I'm excited. Now, again, if you send me an audio note today, I can't guarantee that it's going to be on the air, just because we have a lot already, thankfully. All right? But we'll do what we can. And if not, as I said, I'll play them on the air on Monday when we do our live show. And next week is a weird week. Next week, we've got a holiday week as well. Cool. That's fun. Even though I'll miss you guys, it's nice to have a couple days to rest your voice and sleep in a little bit. Well, never mind. Sleep in. Dormir más que la cuenta. I've got a little alarm called Lara. All right, folks, stay tuned, because up next you have the one and only Ximena Holiday. I couldn't leave you in better hands, because after Ximena, you've got a whole afternoon and evening full of amazing English content. So thank you so much for joining us here on the Show with No Name on Vaughn Radio. And get ready for that big bash tomorrow. We'll see you then. Ciao for now.